Hi, I'm Lindsay Evans. I'm a garden designer. When I'm not designing gardens, you'll find me out on my allotment, tending to my flowers and vegetables. Perennials are plants which die back in the winter and then come back again usually in the spring. Make a plan. Draw up the border to scale and mark the plants on it. Choose plants for different colours and textures and heights to create some interest. Make sure you plant the plants in groups of at least 3. Resist the urge to plant single plants, your scheme will just look messy. A sunny, well-drained site is ideal, but a lot of perennials will tolerate quite a bit of shade. Japanese anemones, for example, will always brighten up a fairly dark corner. Prepare the border by digging it over nice and deeply. Add loads of compost and a couple of handfuls of fish, blood and bone per square metre. Set out the plants as they're shown on your plan. That means arranging them across the border as you want them to create a nice picture. Dig a hole for each plant slightly wider than the pot and to a depth that will enable the plant to sit in the soil at the same level as it was in its pot. Remove the plant from its pot by turning it upside down and tapping the bottom of the pot until the plant comes out into your hand. Tease out some of the roots from the root ball, but be really careful and don't be too hard with them. Try not to break too many of the roots. Place the plant in the hole, fill up around the sides of it with some soil, firm it in slightly as you go, and then just firm it gently in with your boot. Water the plants in and then apply 2 inches of mulch all across the top of the border. During the growing season, keep the bed well weeded and also keep watering the plants. Fertilise the plants with a high potash feed, which will encourage flowering. Some of the taller perennials will need staking. If you really don't have the time or the inclination to do this, then choose varieties which are less likely to flop over. Salvias, Heleniums, Agastache, Echinacea, there are plenty that won't need a stake. When the plants are flowering, remember to keep removing the dead flower heads. This will encourage the plants to keep flowering for much longer. You'll need to divide the plants every 3 to 5 years. Just dig them up, divide them into 4 or so pieces, replant one of the pieces in the hole that you took the original plant from, and then either use the rest of the plants to plug gaps around the garden or give them away to friends, or maybe even start another border. So a perennial border will give you so much pleasure, it will give you loads of colour throughout the season and really needn't be difficult or time consuming to look after.